India is building a new safety net for its cooking gas supply. For the first time, the government has fixed facility-wise LPG production targets for refiners and upstream companies. But these are not everyday production targets. They can be enforced when there is a supply constraint and domestic LPG availability comes under pressure. So what has the government decided? The government has set a combined LPG production target of 63,810 tons a day for 21 public and private sector refineries and upstream companies. That is more than double India's domestic LPG output in 2025-26. It is also enough to cover around 70% of the country's daily LPG consumption. The biggest target has been assigned to Reliance Industries' Jamnagar refinery in Gujarat. It may have to produce up to 18,000 tons of LPG a day. Naira Energy's Vadina refinery has been assigned a target of 4,480 tons a day. Upstream producers and processors such as ONGC and GAIL have been given a combined target of 6,460 tons a day. So what's behind this move? The move follows LPG supply disruptions during the recent West Asia conflict. Before the conflict, around 90% of India's LPG imports came from West Asia. India consumed about 33.2 million tons of LPG in 2025-26, but only around 13.1 million tons was produced domestically. That means more than 64% of India's LPG requirement was imported. The conflict exposed the risks of this heavy import dependence. During the disruption, refiners had to quickly ramp up LPG production. The government also restricted supplies to some commercial and industrial users. It encouraged households to consider alternatives such as piped natural gas or PNG. The new framework aims to make that emergency response more structured. The framework does not only set production targets, it also requires companies to maintain enough storage, transport and evacuation infrastructure to move LPG quickly across the country. Companies have also been asked to explore technically and economically viable ways to increase LPG output from existing refinery infrastructure. If supplies come under pressure, the government can direct refiners and upstream companies to ramp up production for a specified quantity and period. The production schedule will be updated twice a year on 1st January and 1st July. This will allow the government to include output from new refineries, upstream fields, and capacity created through technology or infrastructure upgrades. India's import dependence remains high, but the new framework is designed to cushion the impact of future supply shocks. The aim is to make India's LPG supply chain more resilient. It is also meant to prevent global disruptions from creating shortages or pressure on household LPG supplies. Global energy shocks are hard to predict, but with enforceable production targets and better supply planning, India wants to be better prepared for the next disruption. Follow Business Standard for more stories.